Hey guys, welcome to our channel. It's Going Gains here. We're gonna walk you through cauliflower pizza today. It's actually Lacey's recipe, so I'm gonna be learning with you guys. The first step Lacey's gonna take us through is...
So we are going to just pretty much prep our pan. So definitely spray your pans thoroughly. And then you're gonna cut parchment.
So guys, Lacey's over here cutting the parchment paper to fit the pan. So she already did it with the circle one over here. So she just kind of lined it up. And it's sticking because the spray is on there.
And then you're gonna wanna spray it again too. So this is gonna help the cauliflower get kind of crispy too.
Need some crispy crust.
So it stays together and actually holds together like a piece of pizza.
So we're gonna have the macros for this particular pizza at the end, or we'll put it in the description, or we'll figure out what we're gonna do with that, but we'll put it in the description below. For this particular recipe, Lacey says that we need 10 ounces per pizza of cauliflower. For our macros, we don't count the cauliflower as carbs, even though we know it is carbs, but they're good carbs, so we're not gonna count it for our daily totals. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and blend it in the processor, and then we'll show you how that looks in a minute. So Lacey's just gonna go ahead and just like blend the cauliflower, like she said, to the rice consistency.
And we'll show you what it looks like when we're done.
So I'm over here counting out the pepperoni, so it's 15 per pizza. And then we're weighing out the cheese. It's 2 half cups, or it's a half cup for each, and then a quarter cup of cheese. So I kind of just, I don't know, let me show you guys. I kind of have everything just like separated right here per pizza. And Lacey's still back there working on the cauliflower.
So I traded off with Erica because it's a process to go ahead and get that cauliflower down to that rice-like consistency. If you want to take a shortcut, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you can buy rice cauliflower. But now I'm grating up some Parmesan cheese. So that's just going to add a little bit more flavor, and it fits within our macros, so why not? Take it over there.
So you guys, so we got the mushrooms cooking. We have the cheese and all the toppings laid out. The next step is we're gonna go ahead and microwave the cauliflower that we have over here all nice and riced up.
And then so what you're gonna want to do is just put it in for like 2 or 3 minutes to soften it up, because you're gonna squeeze out all the moisture in cheesecloth. So you don't really need to spend a lot of time on this. Just get it softened up. You can tell. I trust you. I believe in you. So we are still microwaving the cauliflower. So we're doing a double batch, remember, so it's taking about like 6 minutes. And then we're gonna crack 2 eggs. So you're gonna need 1 egg per pizza. So we're gonna blend them up. We're also gonna mix in a little bit of Italian seasoning, or if you like oregano, maybe even a little bit of red pepper. It's up to you, but we're gonna beat those together, and then we're gonna mix that into the cauliflower after we have squeezed it through cheesecloth.
All right, so the next step is we're gonna go ahead and get the cauliflower and squeeze it.
And so it's really nice and squishy. So you're gonna really have to squeeze hard to get as much out as possible. And you wanna do this because if you don't squeeze enough moisture out, you're not gonna have a kind of crispy crust. So we're trying to make it taste like pizza here. So the extra step is very important.
Use those guns.
All right, so we have squeezed out the moisture as much as we can from the cauliflower, and now we're gonna mix in the cheese and the egg, and that's gonna be our pizza crust.
So we're gonna go ahead and add that egg.
So pouring in the egg, and then we're adding in a half cup of mozzarella per pizza. So this will be a whole cup. And then you're gonna save that quarter cup because that's what's gonna go on top. So much
Add that cheese, guys.
So much cheese. And then the Parmesan that we grated up too, that's gonna go on top after. But this is just the binder.
Just
for
the crust.
The crust.
So she went ahead and mixed everything all together with the egg, binding all that cauliflower up with the seasonings.
And it's gonna be a little mushy, and that's okay. And so what you're gonna wanna do is just bake it. If you feel like it is still mushy when you take it out and check it after 20 minutes, just bake it a little bit longer. I know it's gonna be kind of time consuming, but it's worth it.
I like crispy crust over me. I'm gonna bake mine. All right, we're gonna go ahead and press this.
And so you press it down into the pan as thin as you can. And that's gonna give you like a crunchy crust. Make sure that it goes at the sides just a little bit. And make sure it's even, because if it's not even, then you're gonna have some kind of sogginess in areas and maybe like extra crispiness in others.
I'm not gonna touch my phone with cauliflower.
Yeah, I know. Ugh, this pan's hot right here. So we've pressed in the crust and they're gonna look like this. It's gonna be kind of doughy and a little squishy, but you're gonna put it in the oven at 400 for 20 minutes. After those 20 minutes, you're gonna flip it and bake it for another 5 to 10 more, and it's gonna look kind of golden and crispy like a regular pizza crust, and that's when you know you're ready to put your toppings on.
So we went ahead and took them out of the oven. Now we're gonna flip them over. They should look like this. They look really good.
And they're nice and like, you can kind of tell they're like, it feels like pizza dough. I don't know. But you're gonna wanna flip it, and that's why you have the parchment, so it's gonna make it flip easy. And then we'll be able to just peel that off and pop them back in the oven.
All right, guys, cheese time. We're gonna do our toppings.
Time. So it's out of the oven, it's nice and crispy, and I'm gonna burn my hand. But sprinkle your cheese over, and then remember it's 1/4 cup of the mozzarella, and then you have all that Parmesan to sprinkle over. And then we're adding pepperoni and mushrooms and jalapenos.
I think I might add a little sauce because I have a little bit of extra macros in my daily plan. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and add just like a little bit of sauce. And I have this
make it work for you.
Sauce, so guys, our pizza's ready.
It's done.
Hers is super crunchy. I'm jealous. Mine's a little crunchy, but
foolproof recipe, foolproof.
Dude, and it's like literally just as satisfying as pizza would be. Like, I'm not even saying that.
Yep. I didn't put any sauce on mine. In my opinion, doesn't need it.
I'm eating pizza on a 6-week challenge.
Haha. Cheers.
Cheers to macros, bro.